Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to yet another one more brand new video of mine. My name is Tigerkoul and this is Tiger Moto. I hope you all are doing absolutely perfectly fine in your respective life. So many times I have seen a lot of people coming in store, messaging me on Instagram, messaging me on YouTube videos and asking me about this one common question. Tiger, tell us how to plan and execute a long ride. That could be like 10-15 days ka ride, which we can call it as a long ride. So tell us about, as per your experience, how do you do and plan long rides? So yes, this is going to be today's topic. I'll be breaking this video into say 5 to 6 parts so as to make you understand in a way much better, so that everything should not go haywire to you. The first and the far most important thing that we need to consider before planning any short, any long ride, that is having a proper set of gears with us, which will include your helmet, your boots, your gloves, your jacket and your riding pant. So before you start planning any long ride or short ride for that matter, you should always complete your proper riding kit. What would be the budget for having a complete riding gear setup? How much should we invest on helmet? What are the available options, best available options for jackets, gloves, boots and etc, etc. I have already made one video couple of probably months back. I'll drop a link or I button maybe here and there on the screen. After watching this video, you can click on the link and do check out that video for more better information. Alright, so first thing that we need to consider is to complete our riding gear kit. Why am I saying this? See, it's all about two-wheelers. So when it comes to rides, the more you be on a road, the possibility of you meeting with an unfortunate event goes high. So now let's begin with the second part. In this part, what we are going to discuss that the machine that you are selecting or the two-wheeler that you are selecting to complete or to take that long route. Okay, it can be a 100cc bike, it can be a scooter, it can be a 1000cc bike, anything. In that, what we need to understand, the basic checks we need to do before attempting to go for any long runs. Like the basic ones are like engine oil should be properly changed, the fresh engine oil should be there, brake fluid should be there, changed properly. You need to have a proper servicing in a way, if I'll tell you, not to break into parts like tire should be new. You should check how many kilometers your tire can do, okay, and how many kilometers you have already done. If you are already reaching to the limit of your existing tire, then you should probably consider changing them before going on a long run. Before starting any such big rides, long rides, you need to have your machine also in a very good condition with very good tires, brake pads and blah blah blah, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so the first part that we discussed was to have a proper riding gear kit. Alright, second, ready your traveling partner, that is going to be your two-wheeler as well. Now let's start with third point. So third point which I have written is a route plan. Everything which I am telling you right now and mentioning right now, giving you suggestion about is out of my own riding experience from last a couple of years, maybe you can call it like a decade, from last 1 year, 1 decade of riding. Okay, so let's start with a route plan now. Let's consider that this year you're planning to go to Ladakh. How you will have to make a route, how you will decide on route, how you will decide on your pit stops, your stopovers. See, this is simple. Shaktiman. So this is really very simple. If you are from Mumbai, you are from Karnataka, you are from Delhi, you are from East, you are from West, it doesn't matter. Just open your Google Maps, okay, on your phone, on your PCs, type the destination, from the starting point, see how many kilometer distance is there, and see how many days you have to complete that particular ride. Let's take an example right now that I'm planning from Mumbai to Ladakh, which goes around 2000 kilometers ka ride. Okay, let's take an example, don't quote me on that. So now I'll have to decide, okay, 2000 and coming back is going to be around 2000 again. So consider it to be like 4,500 kilometers ride, for an example. So what we were discussing, let's take an example, to and fro from Mumbai to Ladakh, 4,500 kilometers is going to be the distance that we are going to cover. Now I'll have to think, okay, 4,500 kilometers, and how many days I should consider, right? That is going to be the first question that will come in our mind. Correct, that should be the question. Let's say I have only 7 to 10 days of leave. Basis that, I'll have to make a plan. Like how? So from Bombay, I'll have to decide, okay, Ahmedabad is one stop which I would like to consider. I'll reach from here to Ahmedabad, then to Jaipur probably, or to Udaipur probably first. So ऐसे you will have to decide on the days. Okay, one day Ahmedabad, second day Udaipur, third day Jaipur, and kind of like that. Fourth day Chandigarh, maybe fifth day Jammu, and then you will see like days are coming. I mean, you need to have more days for that. Then you will see, okay, distance between Mumbai to Ahmedabad is like 250, 300 kilometers, which I'll be able to cover easily in say like 6 to 7 hours. Okay, I can stretch a little bit to Udaipur. Udaipur is around 500 kilometers. Okay, I am saving one day. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to tell you. So basis the distance, basis the stopovers, you will have to decide the number of days that you are going to do. So how will you decide your stopovers? On the basis of number of days that you have in your hand to complete that particular long ride. Sorted, simple, basic ground rules that you will have to keep in mind. Avoid to ride at nights. Maximum 7:38. It does not matter if you have kept, like I have kept it, like from Bombay I'll have to reach to Udaipur in one go, in one day. So probably by 7:38 maximum I saw that I'm not able to reach Udaipur. Still 200 250 kilometers are left to reach Udaipur. Don't stretch yourself. Stop over somewhere, or पहले ही देख लो wherever you see like good hotel or motel kind of thing. Stop over, take rest, give rest to your machine as well as to your own self. Why am I saying this? Because if you are going to exert too much, you are going to pressurize your machine, your own physical health too much, you are not going to enjoy the journey which is waiting in front of you. Okay? It does not matter how fast you go, what matters how consistently you go. Right? I hope you are getting all of my points which I am trying to tell you right now. Now let's jump to the other point. So this all boils down to one major important thing, that's money, right? Now we are going to discuss about the budget. You will have to have gears, you will have to have a very good proper working condition में your two-wheeler. You will have to spend on very good hotels where you will get a good parking save to keep your bike and luggage safely. Obviously, considering all these constraints, considering all these requirements, you will have to budget your entire trip. Again, one of the most important part over here, which obviously your machine is going to play, is like if you have a 800cc bike, 650cc bike, 100cc bike, you will have to have knowledge about the mileage that your bike gave. Again, let's go back to the distance. Simple tarika hai to find out how much petrol you are going to see. If I'll say like Bombay to Ladakh is going to be of 50,000 rupees ka overall package, out of which more than 50% for me, considering I own 800cc bike, I'm going to invest more than 50% on only petrol. Similarly, you will have to divide the mileage that your bike give, the distance that you are going to cover, keep like 500,000 kilometers plus as an additional variance to it. Suppose 5,000 kilometers is the distance, divide it with the mileage that your bike gives you, like 25, divide it, and the number of liters will come, multiply it with the current average rate of petrol per liter that you will have to spend during your ride. In Bombay, it's around 113, Ahmedabad 110. Probably don't quote me on the on the rates right now, because I am not sure about how the rates are going to be in different states of our country right now. Okay, you can like probably take like 110 or 115 for that matter to be more sure about the budget, so that it should not be like you had kept 30,000 on petrol and you end up spending 40,000, and that 10,000 variance is going to give you a lot of trouble during your ride. So I hope this also is quite clear to you right now. Let's start and discuss about the next point, which is going to be packaging. Packaging is also very important. I'll tell you why. The basic things that you need to keep in mind: always ride light. Try to avoid keeping lot of clothes with you. You will have to have a toolkit, the small toolkit. Don't go with the bulky toolkit sets which you anyways are not going to use. Keep the basic Allen keys, keep the basic things, like if your bike is not tubeless, then keep a small handy puncture kit, keep a small Amica, tire inflator. All these things you will have to have with you, right? But don't unnecessarily keep things like, I'm going to, again, let's take an example, I'm going to Ladakh, I'll keep like 5 jeans along with me, 10 t-shirts with me, 4 or 5 thermals with me. No, you don't have to do that. You will have to decide on the clothing. The clothing that you need to pack is how, basis on the stopovers that you will do. Like for an example, I probably intend to stop in Udaipur for a day, for a halt, for a leisure day, and I intend to and plan to roam around in Udaipur, see the forts, see the lake, Udaipur fort, museums, and for that I'll keep like 1 t-shirt and 1 jeans side mein. And similarly, I'll stop over in Delhi or Chandigarh for that matter. I'll keep 1 t-shirt, not the jeans. I can wear the same jeans on that day again, and I'll keep 1 t-shirt aside. Similarly, you will have to decide on the stopover and leisures. Over here, the one important thing that I would like to tell you: always try and use a dry fits inside your clothings. Dry fits are easy to pack, very minimal space they are going to take. Why? Because they are polyester based, they are stretchable, they hold your loose skin while riding, like you are riding like this and your skin is shaking, right? And what happens that you tend to fatigue out easily and more. So these compressive clothings, these dry fits, one, they give you a better wearability of your riding gears. Second, you can just wash, keep them for like 2-3 hours, okay, and they will get dry automatically for next day morning for you to wear it, correct? And you don't have to wear a lot of, or you don't have to carry a lot of clothings with you. That also they will help you eradicate from your from the excess baggage that you might carry. Okay? And toolkit, understood? So for luggage, what we'll have to do, we'll have to keep a small basic toolkit, not too much. If you don't have tubeless tire, 1 puncture kit, the small basic ones which you will easily get from Amazon. Third, you will have to keep tire inflator, the small one, okay? And fourth, dry fits, a pair maybe will do. I keep like 2 tops, 2 bottoms, that's it. And fourth, the basis on the stopovers, you will have to carry t-shirts and jeans accordingly. Bonus tip I would like to tell you over here: whether you are packing your luggage in top box or in the tail bag or in the side bag or in the panniers, I have used all of them. So basis that I would like to tell you, I would like to give you the bonus tip of packing over here. Whenever you pack anything, like this t-shirt, what generally and majorly the population will do is like fold it like this and keep it. So what I do, I fold them like this and then I roll it, make it like a roll and keep it like this. Do it once, you will see a lot of space is going to get available for you to pack. First, never keep anything on your shoulders. Always carry spare bungees, camp straps with you, and always carry lube. Understand how to clean your chain, understand how to lube your chain. Every 400 to 500 kilometers, you will have to look for your chain sprocket. Is it fine? You will have to look for your chain. Does it require any lube to be done? These are very much important for your hassle-free ride. And the last and the most important bonus tip which I would like to give to everyone out there is like, never ever run for the destination. They say enjoy the journey, not the destination. ठीक है, सफ़र सुहाना होना चाहिए, इससे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता कि आप कितना जल्दी या कितना पहले आप अपना सफ़र ख़त्म कर रहे हैं. I hope I'm covering almost all the parts over here. If you have still any doubt, any query related to anything, you can ping me on my Instagram handle. You can drop your query in the comment section down below. As fast as possible, I'll get back to you. I'll revert to your queries. And with that, all the best for your future plans. Ride safe, wear everything, stay hydrated. Okay. And I hope this clears everything. Alright, this brings end to this video. Stay cool, stay healthy, stay ahead, and don't forget to stay sexy like me always. Take care of your parents, especially mom. Jai Hind.